Hey, welcome back to Dragon Age 2. I'm not entirely sure where we were, because I had to play the game over again, but I finally got the DLC to work.
Bodan Feddick, purveyor of goods both common and rare, at your service. And this is my son, Sandal, who is as brilliant an enchanter as you'll ever find. Say hello to the nice human, Sandal.
Hello.
Hello. We shall be accompanying your expedition and providing the needed supplies. It's all quite exciting, isn't it?
Oh, I'm
The thought of adventure does make me giddy.
A kindred soul, surely. But I digress. Do you wish to peruse my wares, or perhaps make use of Sandal's unique talents?
Enchantment?
Just so.
I'm gonna be skipping through this. I just want to.
Grant. I love. He enjoys his work. What more could one ask?
You two...
In fact, we have just returned from adventures while...
So you helped to defeat the Blight?
In our small way, perhaps. We did not fight at the Grey Warden's side, of course. The hero of Ferelden is a fine woman. After all her accomplishments, may she find even greater success. But surely my past is hardly of interest to you.
I don't...
Look...
Anyway, as I said, I've managed to get the DLC to work. I also managed to get the importing from the previous save to work. I believe the only one I had, only two I had, was of an elven mage and I think a rogue human, which I think is what I went for.
You don't seem to like your brother very much.
And here I thought it took blood magic to read minds.
I had a twin brother, Carver. He used to nail my braid to the bed while I was sleeping.
Jesus.
I never thought I'd miss him this much.
Sorry about your brother. Hey, you want mine? I got a spare.
I picked on my sister too, but I never nailed her hair to something. Jesus Christ. It just sounds sadistic.
Sebastian, stop this madness. The Chantry cannot condone revenge, Sebastian.
It is my right, my duty, to show these assassins there is nowhere in the Free Marches to hide.
This is murder.
No. What happened to my family was murder.
Did you see that guy in the back?
Good day to you.
Just kind of trying to squeak by that, the light helmet. Trying to squeak by the guard there. Let's see here. Yes, there we go. Up onto my head. A grave crime was committed against all free-thinking men and women in the Free Marches. The ruling Vale family in Starkhaven, my family, was brutally murdered down to the youngest babe in arms. This massacre was carried out by mercenaries of the Flint Mercenary Company. Here I offer a bounty on the head of each Flint Company soldier in the Kirkwall vicinity. Prince Sebastian. Sounds fun.
And Andraste did say, those who harm a house of the Maker have done harm unto the Maker himself.
Alright?
Though the lands suffer 1,000 wrongs, the Maker yet notices the smallest of deeds.
Alright, she seems to have gotten over it. Is this the Chantry? Yes, indeed. You know, is it really wise for her to carry her staff around like that? One would think that the best way to hide the fact that you're a mage is to not carry around a mage's stuff. Goes away. A rogue was what I was before, because I don't even have a previous save to look at.
Do you ever wish you lived in Orzammar?
Great
Loot
ancestors.
your stuff.
You know what
loot your
Orzammar
stuff.
is? It's cramped tunnels filled with thug shit, body odor. And every person there thinks he's better than...
Don't care what Andraste says, gonna loot your stuff.
you because his great-great-great-grandfather made a water clock or something.
But they're your people. Don't you even wonder what it would be like?
Yada yada yada, I do not care.
A good imagination. Why would I waste it on that?
Children.
No.
The orphan Fereldans ran off again after we fed them.
I wish they'd let us help them. It'd be better than scraping by on the streets of Darktown. It would be most appreciated if you didn't come clomping through here like a herd of cattle.
I
The
do
amount of
apologize.
noise you're making is ridiculous.
May the Maker's gaze be upon you.
But this is about as slow as I can go. It's still kind of noisy. I really hope this is granting me experience. I hate to be doing it.
I'm sorry you had to witness that disgraceful scene by the Chanter's Board. I am Elthina, Grand Cleric of Kirkwall. Sebastian's normally a good lad, but he's had a terrible shock.
Who is it?
Sebastian. Was that his name?
Sebastian Vale. He was affirmed here nearly a decade ago. He had just been invested as a brother when we got the news about his family. I'm afraid he reacted rashly. denied his vows, and left the Chantry. If the Maker wills it, he will return to himself before it's too late.
So he's some kind of priest?
He is an initiate of the faith. As a man, he cannot serve as a mother would, but he has led the chant here many times. Before last week, I would have said he was the most faithful of our true believers.
Oh, what happened?
He said someone murdered his family.
Sebastian is the youngest son of the ruling family of Starkhaven. They were overthrown recently. Violently.
That's not quite an
Sebastian
overthrowing,
is
so
the
much
only
as a
surviving
slaughter.
member.
He's royalty.
Prince Sebastian Vale. If he succeeds in his pledge to take back his lands. He made a
What's
vow
that?
to the Maker to put worldly concerns behind him. It is a sin to forswear himself for a mere title.
Thank you.
Maker...
I would tell her that I was gonna help, but she probably won't be too happy about that. Hey? Sorry, what's this now? A satirical tome about a deluded brother of the Chantry who sought peace between elves and humans. A condemnation of fanatics of both races. He is favored by radical elves choosing to live in Darktown. So I guess I'm to look for more copies, or further copies, or... I really hope this is doing something. I don't want to find out I've been...
Please, Maker, take away this burning itch. If you do this for me, I'll never step foot in that brothel again. I swear.
See, it sounds to me like you got what was coming to you. That's the Maker's punishment. You ain't gonna take that shit back. Put those away, put those away. Church, you... Oh, God. I haven't been to a church in ages, and even I know that's just not right. When was the last time I went to a church? Probably my last funeral. Well, not my funeral, obviously. I haven't had too many of those. Ah, the Black Emporium. Let's have a visit to the Black Emporium. Another part of the numerous DLC pieces. Let's see, there's the Black Emporium. Whatever the hell Sebastian's a part of. Legacy and another one. Actually, I think we can just look at it. Sorry. Here in the journal. Into of the past. Mark of the Assassin, yes.
Yes. Stand straight. Places, everyone. Welcome to the Black.
Oh no, my cat's doing it again. Gripping onto my arm and biting and biting and biting and biting. Stop it. Good Lord. Tears. Al, please stop. Although this wax stop. Oh! Okay! Although this wax stopper vessel is clearly labeled tears shed during the burning of Trevisto, many questions remain. Not the least of which is which burning of Trevisto? Qunari conquered it in 635 steel. It was burned down by the liberating armies of the White and Black Divines during the second exultant marches of 752 Storm, or when it was accidentally burned to the ground in 862 Blessed after a dockhand knocked over a lantern in a warehouse full of lamp oil. Bombs? What are you doing? Even assuming the correct event could be determined, the question of whose tears have been collected remains. Presumably not any of the numerous fire victims, surviving relatives perhaps, nobles of the summer home, with summer homes on the Antivan coast. It should be noted that nowhere on the label does it say that these tears were shed in relation to the event, so it could have been the tears of a woman in... Ow! God, Kitty, what is wrong with you? I am sorry about this. She's just a pain in my ass. Or my arm. Tina weeping because she was not asked to dance at the last costume ball, all aware that at the very moment one of the greatest port cities of Thetis was aflame. His brother Fernanda Genitivi to Sister Chantry Scholar. I remembered Miss Brother Genitivi.
Sometimes come here, you know. The blood stains take just weeks to clean up. Poor Daddy.
I am going to keep covering you in my coat until you knock it off.
Do not stare too intently at that. On second thought, please do.
It does what it says on the tin. Allows you to recustomize your appearance at any point you want. What do we have here? Anderfell Cleaver. Desmond's Blade. Lady Rosamund's Bulwark. Arthland Replica Bow. Magister's Scythe. Obviously none of this stuff we can afford. We are piss broke. Part of a problem. And we've got a lot of them. Box of Screaming. I received the box from a man I met in these silent plains. He spoke little and would not reveal his name, for reasons I shall not detail here. I had been kidnapped and left for dead in that gray, wind-blasted wasteland. After days of walking, I was parched, close to death. I was about to dash my head on a rock to speed my passing when the man arrived. There's a water skin containing ample water from a person traveling from our location to the Imperial Highway. From there, he said, I could find my way to Solus or Titanium. He offered to give me the water skin if I agreed to take 3 things from him: a glowing crystalline shard, a bronze sphere, and an iron-bound box with no hinges. He wished me to have these items delivered. He said he merely wanted me to have them. It was not a request, but I was too weak and too desperate to think much about it, and so I agreed. The man put the items into a leather sack, which he handed to me along with the water. "What about you?" I asked. He said nothing, only pointed in the direction from which I had come. "There's nothing that way," I said. He merely smiled at me. I found the Imperial Highway about a day later, and a caravan driver agreed to take me to Peruvian in exchange for the glowing shard. I bartered at the bronze sphere for clothes and a room at the end. At night I examined the iron box and found a way to open it. I held it to my ear, and though I heard slow, measured breathing coming within, my mind was afire with curiosity, and I obtained a key or a large hammer, thinking to smash it open. The moment my hammers touched the box, it shrieked. The shrill sound pierced the depths of my soul. I gave the box to the innkeeper in the morning and felt better for having rid myself of it. Oh, I just take this shit. Mind? I don't think he minds. Yeah, we need another level for that. Sounds handy, though. That's some good shit. Pickled apples of Arlathan. I expressed my incredulity at the shop assistant, who coldly noted that he did not like my implication. He says that every article in Black Emporium was genuine, no fakes, imitations, or cheap knockoffs. I must have appeared unconvinced, for the assistant narrowed his eyes at me and disappeared into the bowels of the shop, returning several minutes later. He removed a jar of pickled apples from his display case and proceeded to carefully, reverently, remove the wax seal from the lid jar. I watched with fascination as the jar was opened and a single rosy apple was pulled from it. It looked as though it had been picked just that day, at the peak of ripeness. With a paring knife, the assistant cut the tiniest sliver of the apple and presented it to me. The flavor of that one small sliver was astonishing. It was as close to a perfect apple as there ever was. I was experiencing the very essence of every apple I've ever eaten, and that ever will be eaten. When it was over, the sense of loss that filled me was sharp enough to move me to tears. The rest of the apple was returned to the jar, which was then resealed. I paid 5 sovereigns for that single taste. I believe I got the better part of the bargain. Andraste is in nude repose, invisible. Can stone lie with purpose? Can it be beckoned with raw, feminine command, yet shine with an inspiring virtue? That challenge was posed to sculptor Arwand of de Glace, artisan and son of Empress, these words, of Orlais. He was busy working rhetoric in a time of excess, but answer he did. The reserves of a nation and a passion unhealthy. Subject, Our Lady, though not depicted in a traditional statuary. His mad ambition summoned the form of Andraste, uninterrupted by the trappings of war and devoid of the vestments she assumed after death. It was living, commanding a scene yet inspiring. To gaze upon it was to be enthralled, spiritually and physically. It was the latter that alarmed the chantry officials. They blanched at the thought of Our Lady being possessed with such base appeal, even as they too were drawn. The work could not be destroyed without threatening the balance between Empire and Hallowed, so a grave censorship was enacted under the guise of honoring enchanters who were tasked with extending the ethereal that hides the veil. Hide the fade, rather, drawing it around the form like a cloak. Our Lady remains in stone and in this world, but mortal eyes are forever denied her treasure and glory. She has failed in every sense. As in all things, unintended consequences must vex those with pure intentions. Modesty would have been better served by a thickened sheet drawn back when techniques were to be studied. As it is, the sculptor's skills are accessible only by the exploring touch, defining the shape by intimate caress. All manner of strange congresses stem from tempted hands and the innocent wish for clarity.
Please.
This is Thaddeus, I presume.
And trust, eh? That's Gollum's name. Is Thaddeus Gigantus Crumbum the Third. He's my favorite. I am the great and magnificent Xenon, the antiquarian.
Barely see him, but it looks to be a corpse.
Don't manhandle the urchin. He's not for sale. Find your own.
I think I will leave this area and never speak of it again. And I feel I am wiser for doing so. Clearly I will be back. Once I have a shit ton of money. Or I decide I don't like the way I look anymore. Let's go look for shit.
Are you really not afraid of apostates? Not even a little?
Sunshine, I'm a dwarf, in case you missed that detail.
Dwarves aren't completely immune to magic, you know.
No. I meant there are at least 30 people in this town who'd murder my family over trade deals. Who has time to worry about apostates with a merchant's guild breathing down your neck?
In that case, I see.
No, you don't. Nice of you to say.
My. If it isn't still up to a Lady Elegant. Last time we met, you were still in Athenral's employ. Things have been going well since then?
Could be better.
I often feel... You may recall I sometimes provided all I asked. And of course you'll need the appropriate recipes.
Ah.
Merchant.
Take back our streets. Fallen refugees, Qunari soldiers, who's next? 20 slavers snatching children out of our beds? This ends now. Send a message that Kirkwallers will not accept this. Let's band together to drive foreign waste from our steppe. Reclaim the free marches for the Marshers. Care about our future, join the friends of Kirkwall. Claim our city.
This guild has their fingers in all these pies. Well, not the actual pies. They're clean as far as I know.
I have only the finest Antivan merchandise.
I doubt that. Nice of you to say.
Gather round, all. I bring you a priceless treasure. The highest heights of Mount Damaris is travelled. A pouch of Andraste's ashes. Verified by the scholar Genitivi. These ashes cure any ailment.
I think Uncle Gamlen comes here.
You hear about the Amaranthine traitors?
Hey.
Who? Some harebrained nobles in Amaranthine were conspiring against the Warden Commander. A truly stellar idea, if you know anything about her. We caught most of the conspirators, but a few fled by sea and came here. We're offering a bounty.
Sounds good to me.
Tell me what I need to know.
Here's a list of names and descriptions. Anytime you end one of the bastards, let me know and I'll reward you. Better act fast, though. We're looking for them, too.
That's enough. Clear out, you charlatans.
Every coin those swindlers nab goes straight to the Carter's coffers. They must be stopped.
I think I can help with that. I'm very good at stopping things. Like breathing. I'm very good at stopping breathing. You don't even know. But that'll have to wait till next time. I'm the Blues 32. This is, what is this? Dragon Age 2. God, what is wrong? Why do I keep forgetting it? It's right there on my TTFN. Cut out for now.